Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Shadow bringing you guys another video. I was able to get with another fellow YouTuber, Chunk. Right here's his channel if you guys want to subscribe to him. Does do some One Piece gameplay, very talented player. I was able to catch him to be able to get his Arlong deck list that he did take to a treasure cup and went 5-0 with it. So definitely I got that information for you guys if you guys want to check out Arlong. So very fun deck. Did see it in person. I did commentate over the gameplay this Sunday. So if you want to check that live out, it is in the live section of our channel. And before we go over to the deck list, as always, I always preach, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below what you guys would like to see, any suggestions. And there's always that 5% off dueling guard code SGTCG for 5% off. So without further ado, I'm gonna swing it in over to the video. All right, we got Chunks here who piloted Arlong to take him to a treasure cup victory here. We're gonna have him go over the deck list profile.
Yep, so yeah, again, my name is Chunk, or Alex if you know me, and I chose to play green-yellow Arlong because I decided to stop pudding farming, but I realized I can pudding farm with a different deck. So I'll just get into that. I play 4 Onami, 4 of the 3-cost Arlong, which is very useful into blockers and to protect yourself from dying and extend games turns, because although it's an aggro deck, you can actually extend the game a couple turns into GP Luffy and into like all the strong decks. We played 2 Veggies for the trigger factor, 4 Kikanojos because it's one of you need as many 4/6s as you can, and I'm maxing out on all of them. 4 Buggies for the double attack on play. 4 Arlongs. His effect doesn't come up all the time, but in defensive turns it does, because you can prevent your opponent's leader attack. So that's just some of that. I also played the 2K Frankie for an end of game life trigger and a 2K. Same thing with the 4 Jinbeis. He does the same thing, end of game trigger when you're 2 or less if your leader is this guy or any fishman, and a 2K counter. I played 4 Basils. He's the least favorite of the deck, but he does have a good trigger, which lets me draw 2 trash 1, so he lets me cycle out. And for my supporting cast, I played 3 Sanji blockers. My original list played 2 S-Hawk, or 3 S-Hawk, but right now, for today's Treasure Cup, I decided to play Vanderdecken in replacement, because I expected there to be more kid decks here, so he helps pitch your Fishman for KOing any rested character, so it's like a Shanks, but better, because it's only 2 cost. I played 2 Cracker, because one thing I realized in my first day of testing this deck is that this card doesn't come up as often as you think, but it's just there for an extra body, as well as 2 Kurobi, which is the best trigger, both defensively and offensively. There's no restriction, it rests any body, so it's super useful into that matchup.
Yeah, and then today in that GP matchup, that thing was MVP.
It was, yeah, it protected me from an opponent's lethal by resting a Sanji and Pudding, so that was super nice. I played in my winning Treasure Cup list 4 Hody Jones, but today again, this is where my second Vanderdecken comes in. Just again, I was expecting more green or more kid dot decks, and Hody, you don't play him too often in this deck because you want to use your early game characters and just don them up to go for heavier swings. But he's super beneficial into GPs that aren't respecting it, or into any deck that has events that aren't respecting it. Last 2 cards are 200 million volts. Maru can be used both defensively and offensively. Some people will not get you to, if they remember the card, won't get you low life, but it's just a big buff, and it lets you get over double Gum Giant plays and get your number big, so very beneficial.
And for those of you that don't know, Arlong is attached to rest 1, play a trigger body, so it's just like Doflamingo, but you play out of hand.
Out of hand, yeah. So you run out of resources really fast, and you just have to be really efficient with your swings to be able to win with this deck. You have to read your opponent's hand and choose like when you're swinging 2 over, 3 over, or just at base. So there's like a lot of little cool things you could do with this deck. Again, with the Arlong and the with the Arlong and the 3-cost and 4-cost Arlong, again, you're able to extend games much longer than you would actually expect an aggro deck to take.
So what are changes that you would make with the deck with still like a week left in the format? I know 11's coming close, but...
Yeah. So a big thing is I'm adding the Vanderdecken because I expected people to play green, which I still agree with. The main change I would make to make this deck just good into everything is to replace the S-Hawks, which I originally had for aggro matchups, but I realized with the 2 Arlongs you can kind of hold off aggro matchups. And replace them. There's a different Seraphim guy, or yeah, the Seraphim, the Shark Seraphim guy. He goes Don X1, he's unblockable. So I would just put those two in place of this, and everything else it pretty much keep the same. It's pretty consistent for now until we get the OP11 support. Or we get that new Arlong that's 7/7.
Is that the only thing you're gonna add from 11 and Arlong?
That and the Shark that keeps anything rested. So he basically on play will not let a character refresh with no cost restriction. So
yeah, I know that support for Shirahoshi and Jinbei, but it's just gonna go straight into Arlong. It's just gonna go straight into Arlong,
exactly. Yeah.
And again, those of you that didn't realize it, it is a pudding winner deck right here. So took it all away, not realizing, just for fun.
Yeah.
All right, Chunks.
All right.
Catch you guys next time.
Thank you.